Hey guys, I'm back today with another fun video for you. We're going to take a look into my 6th grader's work boxes. He is doing pretty much the same thing group-wise as everybody, but he does have a few other different things that they don't have. So if you're interested in seeing what he does on a daily basis and what his workload looks like, then let's go take a closer look in his boxes. Alright, if you haven't seen it yet, this is my schoolroom, and this desk setup is from IKEA. If you'd like more information, you can always find that on my blog under the About Us and our schoolroom, and it tells you all the pieces, where they're from. The only thing I think that's changed is the tabletops are now called the Linman tabletops instead of whatever I might have called them in that post. So this chair right here is for my 6th grader, Turbo, and we'll go take a look at his boxes next. Alright, so these are the work drawers for my 6th grader. They're all the same. They're from IKEA. They're the Vika Alex. I think I mentioned that, but I can't remember now, so just in case. And I found them to be very sturdy. They're not the glossy white. They're kind of more of a matte white, but they wipe off really easily. So I'm really liking these drawers so far. So here is his first, his top drawer, and like my other kiddos, he has this expandable drawer organizer, and I got this at the Container Store, and it just houses, you know, fun erasers, glue, pencils, whatever he kind of needs. He likes to do pins and that kind of thing, so that's in there. He apparently also has the longest pencil in the world from when we went to the United States Mint in there, and a yo-yo. So yeah, you know, boys need things like that in their drawers, so that's what's in there. And then here, like my other kids, is his daily assignment list, and so he crosses them off as he goes, and sometimes he gets a little more overzealous than others, but that's how he knows what to do every day. And then just like the other ones, he also has his Word of Life. This one's Champion Quiet Time, and it's for grades 5 and 6, and he just goes through, and you can see they're kind of like these short little devotionals that tells you what to read, and then you have to kind of answer questions as you go. So that's his first drawer. His second drawer has math, just like the other ones, and just like everybody, I keep his math DVD video in here. He watches this video on Monday, and then I just kind of help him with any questions he might have the rest of the week. And I pull out his entire week of worksheets, including his test on Friday, or on Thursday. We actually do 4 days of school, so he does worksheets A through D, and then on Thursday he also does a test, and I just keep the workbooks in here so they're easy for me to pull out, and then he just pulls out one worksheet every day. And then he is also doing some daily word problems. This is Evan Moore. This one is 5th grade because he's actually still finishing it up from last year, but he's actually in 6th grade this year. So anyways, they just have one word problem a day. And they're just kind of a critical thinking kind of thing. Matthew C. is great at teaching them how to use the skill. They're just not, I feel like, as great at teaching them when to use the skill. And I can't quite figure out why, because they do have a ton of word problems and stuff like that. And they have, in their newer ones, they have the application and enrichment worksheets, which also have, it's like all word problems. So, you know, I'm hoping that will help out this year as well. But that's his math drawer. Alright, moving down to his third drawer, he has English in here, and he's on BJU English 6, and I just pull out his worksheet for the day. This one isn't quite numbered as nicely as the Matthew C one, so I pull these out every day, and I just keep this little tab in here so I know where we're at. And then it also has his vocabulary workshop workbook in here, and he doesn't pull these out, he just keeps a tab in there, and then every time he does one, I just mark okay or whatever he got wrong, and he has to fix it and all of that kind of good stuff. So that's all that's in this drawer. Then in his fourth drawer, he has his spelling, and he's currently working through the BJU Spelling 6, and there's basically one worksheet a day for each list of words. So it gives you a list, and then they have to just kind of do different activities, and I just kind of like that. It also has tests. It just helps me to gauge where he's doing, you know, how he's doing and where he's at. But he's also working through the Level D Spelling You See Americana workbook, and so he just keeps a little tab marker in there as to where he is, and so he does both of those every day. Alright, then in his last drawer, we've got he's doing Book Shark reading this year. My literature units are really just too easy for him. I can't say I love this. The comprehension questions that come with it are kind of like iffy, so normally I have him just tell me what happened in the chapter so that it's clear that he's actually read it, and then we kind of go through the questions together and see if we can work them out. But the books are okay also. I'm not sure if I'm totally loving this, but it is what it is. That's what we're using. And then he also has this reading comprehension skill sheets like the other kiddos, and he does these only on Thursdays as a test, and he does 1 to 2 of them. It kind of depends. I spread them out throughout the year, so some weeks he only has 1, one, some weeks he has 2. And it's just a timed reading comprehension test. He reads it, and then on the back side there's questions that he has to answer, and so he gets a grade on this. So that's like a reading grade that he actually gets. He also has his Expedition Earth workbook in here where he keeps all of his work and anything that we're doing for that program. And then he also has his Middle Ages program. We're finishing this up. We had a few lessons left from last year that we didn't get to. So this just has like all his little lap book components and all of that, kind of anything that he's made in there. And then he also has his IEW writing binder. We're currently doing IEW Continuation A. And so they actually get graded this year, which they didn't do in the first one. They just had to kind of make sure that they checked off of their style charts. I really like this program. He's got any kind of, you know, completed work behind here. They've got structure models and style charts and all of that if you're doing the curriculum, you're familiar with it. But I do like this writing curriculum quite a bit, and we do it as a group with my 4th, 6th, and 7th grader. Obviously my 1st grader doesn't do that, but I really enjoy it actually. It's laid out well, and I think that it's really helped Turbo and in particular's writing. So that's his last drawer. Alright, so that is all of the work that goes into my 6th grader's drawers on a daily basis. There are a couple things he does that aren't in his work boxes. So for example, he'll do typing, and I usually have him do that as it's not on his schedule, but I've decided he needs to do it 4 times a week for about 10 minutes. And I have found that just doing it that repetitive every day for just like 10 minutes actually really improves typing skills. And he's at the age now where I feel like he really needs to be kind of stepping it up. So he does typing every day, and so he actually just comes over and they just sit right here at this computer and do typing, and they just use my phone to just time themselves. And right now we're using typingweb.com. It's a free online program, and actually I am loving it. It works really, really well, and I've definitely seen improvement. He also does ice hockey, which he is just starting. He's been playing inline hockey for the last few years, and so ice hockey is going to be new for him, so we'll kind of see how that goes, and there's going to be a few practices per week plus games. And then he also does swimming on off days, and our swimming is really flexible. We can go any day of the week, so it actually works out really well for us. So he does that. And then he also does a Contenders of the Faith group, which is similar as Keepers at the Home, except for it's for boys. And so they have done like all kinds of things like fishing, barbecuing, camping. They did rocket launching. They've done leather working. They've done some really cool things. So that's a boys group. I think there's only 6 boys in there right now, and they do it with their dads, and they just all get together once a month. And then they also do Bible memory verses, which is kind of nice, and then they earn badges just like the girls do. So that's kind of fun. And as far as other things not in his drawer, oh yeah, he does our Friday co-op or options program, and he goes and they do, he's got PE, guitar, geography, and I forgot what their other class is. Oh, speech and debate. So they go and do that once a week, which is really nice. I kind of get a day off, so I get to go do errands. As always, if you would like, if you have any questions, please feel free to email me, or you can check out my website. A lot of the things are answered on there as well. So I hope you enjoy this, and I will see you next time.